Okay. Listen, I've been screaming. For Premier League signings. If anyone's watched my content or if anybody knows me, I've been screaming for Premier League signings for a year now. I've been screaming Manchester United need to sign players from the Premier League. I've been screaming. I just come back from Sky Mobile transfer show, which should come out tomorrow, I think it is. And I was on there and I was saying Premier League signings again. I think that's a market that Manchester United need to exploit. I've cited the references of what Arteta did for his rebuild, of what Ferguson did, of what Jurgen Klopp did. You know, Premier League signings are really important because of the impact they can make instantly. And I think they're a cheat code in the way you can speed up a rebuild, right? So, are you going to have to pay above the odds most of the time? Yes. You're going to probably have to pay about 15, 20 million more than you would probably have to pay if you were getting someone from Ligue 1, for example, right? However, is that 15, 20 million worth the risk? Worth the potential of instant impact? I think it is. So Premier League tax, at the end of the day, I don't see too many instances in which a player makes a move directly into the league and is like horrible. It's like Rasmus Højlund level or Anthony or whatever Sancho level of what we've seen so far. I don't think that will be their base level. So Manchester United have, well, reports are saying Bryan Mbeumo, because I heard he likes to be called Imbumu. He better be booming the ball in the back of the net, but I heard he likes to be called Mbeumo, so I'm going to respect that. That's his name, right? Well, I'm going to try my hardest not to say Mbeumo, but Mbeumo has said that he wants to join Manchester United, and there was apparently links that Tottenham wanted him, Newcastle wanted him, and Arsenal wanted him, apparently. I don't know how strong Arsenal's interest is. I mean, with Bukayo Saka there, if Nwaneri wouldn't kind of interesting if he would have decided to choose Arsenal. But Newcastle looks like it would have been a perfect fit, as well as Spurs. So him choosing Manchester United over the two clubs, is there still some fight in this old dog? You know, we ain't got Champions League to offer. Those two have. Is there some fight in this old dog? And listen, I think if Man United are not competing with any team in terms of a major club, I'm talking the Cities, the Chelseas, Arsenal, and Liverpool, and obviously the other clubs in Europe, then Man United have a chance to sign anybody, realistically. You know, the major clubs, if they have a good project and they have a position for the players, I expect them to go there. That's just the reality of where Manchester United are at the moment. But if it's anyone else that's not a major club and United are in a bidding war for them, you can get this player. They are attainable. Do you get where I'm coming from? They are an attainable player. That's just the reality of the situation. So Bryan Mbeumo, I think, is a very good signing. The same way I think Matheus Cunha is a very good signing. Now, we have to talk about what that looks like for Manchester United, because there's a lot of this right 10, left. End of the day, he doesn't play right 10 for Brentford. He doesn't, right? He plays on the right wing and sometimes he plays up front. Doesn't play right 10. So what is that going to look like for Man United? Are we going to be seeing Mbeumo get the ball back to goal a lot? Are we going to have to be seeing him how good he is on the half turn? For me, I don't know how good he is at them things. I haven't really paid too much attention to that, but I know how good he is facing up defenders. I know how good he is running in beyond. I know how good he is when he's able to get his head up, pick a pass. You can see with his assist numbers. You can see with his contribution all-round play. With his goal scoring. So it's going to be interesting because at the end of the day, the 10 needs to be able to get the ball on the half turn. That is the reality. That is what number 10s do. All the best number 10s in the world are able to get the ball on the half turn and change what looks like a normal pass into a potential opportunity to create a chance or to be able to score a goal. Right? So that's going to be interesting to see if he can do that. Is he going to be doing kind of what Garnacho does, where Garnacho pulls off and kind of is going to be an option going in beyond? Who knows? We're going to have to see how that fit makes sense. But in terms of a player, I keep saying, I don't care about right 10. I don't care about left 10. I don't care about wing back. I don't care about, you need to strike it. Get me good players at my football club, and that's what matters. Because whether the manager's here or whether the manager goes, because me, still, I have my question marks over the manager. Do I think he should be Man United manager at this present point? No. But I'm thinking about getting good players into the football club. That is what matters. Buy right. Buy well. Don't be buying because of this. Buy well. Can you see this guy coming and making an impact instantly? Can you see this guy adding something to the football club? If you can, bring that person. You have to get recruitment right. We can talk about tactics. We can talk about managers. We can talk about whatever. But right now, we're in the summer. We have to get recruitment right. And that doesn't matter who the manager is. We have to get recruitment right. And right now, Mbeumo and Cunha feels like players that regardless of the manager, they can contribute. Now, I just mentioned those two names, Cunha and Mbeumo. Cunha contributed this season, I got to have a look, to 15 goals. 15 goals, 6 assists. That's 21 goals and assists, right? 21 goals and assists. Bryan Mbeumo contributed to 27 goals and assists. 27 goals and assists. So that's nearly 50 goals and assists that Manchester United are adding into their football team for next season. That's a football club that we are a football club that have struggled to put the ball in the back of the net. Reality. The last time Manchester United broke 60 goals in the Premier League was, I think, in 2021 under Oli. 60 goals, right? So that's something that Manchester United don't do. We don't score goals. That is something that needs to be addressed. I'm not thinking about defender signings. I would keep every defender at the football club. This summer, Manchester United must prioritize attack and the midfield. It's a necessity. And it's a good start with these two names, Bryan Mbeumo and Cunha. And they were on my list of Premier League signings that were attainable, that Manchester United should be looking at. Is he very one-footed? Yes, he is. But I was looking at some of the statistics, right, of Mbeumo, and you know, people, he clocked the fastest time in the Premier League in terms of sprinting. It was Imbumu. Goal contributions, I think he was in the top 3 or top 4. Man of the matches, I think he had the same amount of man of the matches as Erling Haaland, and one of the most in the Premier League. He is a very, very good player in terms of what he offers, in terms of his running in behind as well, in terms of his strength. For a small guy, he's very strong. The speed, that's that athleticism. His goal threat, that is exactly the type of profile Manchester United need to be going for and need to be signing. So I can't say, I'm not going to sit here, people. I know probably a lot of fans are giddy and we're going crazy and we're celebrating. I'm not going to sit here and go crazy over any transfer. Am I going to say, do I think that's a good signing? Yes, on paper. But one thing about Man United, we've been scarred, people. We've been scarred. Let's not forget that tweet that everybody always pulls up when Man United signed Ugarte and people are like, we are moving. Oh my God, pinch me. Life has just begun for Ugarte, and it ends up shocking. We have seen players come to Man United and completely die at this football club. And I'm not talking about they've died at this football club. So I'm not going to sit here until I see pitch work. That's what we're going to call it. Until I see pitch work, I can't get too excited. But I'm happy with Bryan Mbeumo. I am happy with Matheus Cunha. Two people that have personality on the pitch. Two people that know where the goal is. Two people that also know how to assist and contribute not only to them scoring, but to others scoring. Two guys that can run behind. Two guys that are not afraid to shoot from a distance as well. Cunha especially. So I'm very, very happy about this signing. Guys, I created a list, right? I created a list of players that I think Manchester United can get without a run, right? Without a run from other clubs, right? I'm sorry, without competition from other clubs. And those names were Munoz, Branthwaite, Mateta, Watkins, Semenyo, Kudus, Bowen, Elliot Anderson, Chris Wood, Sander Berge, Wharton. I put a star. I think he'll have a lot of competition, so I put a star. Pickford and Mbeumo. I put a star because, of course, we had competition. Wissa, Nathan Collins, Ait Nori, that's gone to City, João Gomez, Joe Bellingham, El Canusi, and I'm going to keep adding as I keep thinking. But Mbeumo is on that list. Cunha was on the previous list, but obviously I took him off because we signed him. So don't stop there. That's the thing about Man United. Don't stop there. With that current constructed midfield, United are not doing anything next season. We need to sign midfielders, 100%. The midfield, the engine room, the control room. We just watched PSG. Their midfield is incredible. We look at the top sides. Their midfields are very good. And anytime there's an issue to midfield, you see a completely different football club. Manchester United need to sign quality centre midfielders. We're going to see what happens with Bruno. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? I think for 100 million, Man United got cash in. And I think for the sake of his career, the money that he can make, I think he should take the offer. But that's a whole nother story. But Man United will not do anything with this current constructed midfield. So we need to sign in midfield as well. Right? If we do that, then we can start looking optimistic. Then we can start buzzing. But it's a good start. Ineos seems serious, but it doesn't stop there. We cannot let it stop there. We can't. Now, a lot of people will be saying, right? I'm just quickly getting up his statistics. A lot of people will be saying this is his first explosion, right? 22-23, he scored 9. Next season, he scored 9 again. And then this season, he scored 20. And a lot of people say, well, he hasn't shown a consistent level of being a goal scorer. And that's a valid claim. But you got to remember, he had Tony at one point, which was so much of Brentford's game, especially when you look at how Brentford played. They used to send it long to Tony. A lot of it was going through Ivan Tony, right? And also, now, do you sometimes see it as a player who's, that's the first time he's done it, so that means, it's not sustainable? Or do you see it as snap him up at this moment because he's going this way, because he's going that way, because he's about to ascend? So it's a question mark. How do you guys see it? For me, I see it as signing someone that's about to ascend. I don't see it as a one-hit wonder, especially when you've been in the league for a few seasons. You're acclimatizing to the league. You're understanding your role. You're feeling that kind of, I'm a big player. I just gave you statistics from when he was 22 and now he's 25, so he's maturing. It's a difference. You look at Sadio Mane, for example, absolutely fantastic football player, so it's a bit different. I mean, I think he's a better player than Mbeumo, but he scored 10 goals, then he scored 11 for Liverpool. For Southampton. Then he got signed by Liverpool, and his numbers went to 13, 10, 22, 18, 11, 16. So he was at that point of ascendancy, because he scored 15 goals in all competitions in that final season at Southampton. The season before, he only scored 10. So he was at that point where, snap him up. And look at what he went on to do for Liverpool. Again, a Premier League signing. Someone that knew the league. Sadio Mane, as soon as he got to Liverpool, was ready. He was ready to contribute. He was the start of this whole journey for Liverpool. And what signing it ended up being. Can Imbumu be that for Man United? We will see. However, I am happy about this signing. I am looking forward to seeing what else we do. But it must not stop there, people. But all of a sudden, you're looking at Manchester United's attack. And you're like, it's different now. Cunha, Mbeumo. We'll see what happens with the 9. But now you start to think, is there options within? Is Xerxes a potential option? Can Imbumu do 9 sometimes? Can Cunha do 9 sometimes? And then you play someone else in the 10. You start to look within because you've got multifunctional players. Cunha has played 9, he's played 10, he's played centre mid. Mbumu's played 10, he's played 9. He's played 9, he's played right wing. So you're looking at it, now you're thinking, is there internal solutions? Could Xerxes hold it down for a season if the striker market isn't making sense for Man United? As you can see, we didn't get Liam Delap. So is that an option where you plug in and then maybe these two contribute with the goals? All of a sudden, you got me. I wouldn't sell Garnacho this summer, people. I know that's controversial for a lot of you. I saw the comments in the other video, whatever. For me, I wouldn't sell him this summer. Now you've got Garnacho who could be coming off the bench, start a game or coming off the bench. You're not going to see him as much. He's not going to be as exposed, which he should never have been this exposed to us. You're not going to see that as much. So now all of a sudden you've got him as an option, as a squad option. You got Xerxes potentially as a squad option. Now all of a sudden you're thinking about, okay, can you find different combinations? Have you got depth in your attack? It just looks a lot healthier. It just looks a lot better. And there's no reason why we should stop there. Rashford is going to leave. Sancho is going to leave. Antony is going to leave. Højlund has interest apparently from Inter and Juventus. He might leave. Despite, I think he doesn't want to leave, but I think he might leave. I don't know if I said Antony. There's sales to be made. There's sales to be made. This is why I don't think Garnacho, we should add him into there. There's sales already that are already on our lap. I wouldn't sell him at this present point. We need goals, people. We need guys that can contribute to putting the ball in the back of the net. But it all means nothing if we don't sign centre mids. But anyway, guys, I hope everybody is happy with the signing. Please, do not go and do what we were doing with the Ugarte signing and all that. And that, like, all of a sudden, next season is going to be a special year. We don't know what's going to happen. We want pitch work. Guys, I'm currently editing my vlog, so I can't do this episode for too long. I'm editing my Champions League vlog so I can put it on my channel. Guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn notifications on. I will be doing NBA Finals watch-alongs as well. So make sure you guys are... I don't know if it's going to be on playback, but if it's on playback, follow me on playback. But also follow me on here. I don't know where it's going to be yet. However, we are going to do NBA playoff watch-alongs. Guys, it's been your boy CultureCams. I'm back from Germany. I'm back in London. I still got a few more video ideas to do for you guys. We ain't going to stop this summer. We're going to continue putting out content. We're going to continue working. Like, share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. OKC in 6.